less than a month.
Yeah, very
As
short.
if we've been adapting on the fly. That much is for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the same can be said, of course, for a lot of the players. You know, if we're even looking the bigger teams who are maybe looking to switch RGL, and then one player still does CSGO, one still is investing into CS2. It's tough, but without further ado, let's dig into that second map of Mirage.
Yeah, I'm excited. RUBIK starting on the T side of their pick here, as is to be expected. As Magix, okay, immediately jumps into the apartments, spots at least 2 players, and Zontix is summoned to help. He doesn't need to find the first one. Magic deals with that. Zontix does go down, though, and Aaron has been pretty nifty in these pistol rounds so far. Taking down another 2, and Camion does so much spam. Damage keeps on going. This is looking like a really good round so far, but Chopper doubles up. The hero of the previous pistol round does it again. A 2v1 off the back of Chopper's efforts as Camion now left in a one-on-one.
Let's get a pistol round. That would be so nice, but it is all tipped away. Artfrost even finds himself a kit, and there is nothing to worry about. Spirit take home the pistol round and immediately kick things off.
Yeah, that was a ridiculous finish. Excuse me if you heard the large exhale there, but I was just in awe as to how Team Spirit were again able to wrangle a pistol in their favor. If I'm not mistaken, that is now 3 out of 3 pistol rounds won out by the CIS side, and the Hungarians and RUBIK have just been left in the dust. As they do at least get a bomb plant, they are able to invest on up. The bomb plant wasn't enough on the previous T side. Hopefully they get a little bit more real estate here, as Camion is instantly brutalized.
No one accounting for Dark. At least MSN will trade up on Donk, and Liam actually finds Camion. It's getting a little tricky though. Spray right through the smoke. No kill just yet, but it's still a 3-on-3. Zontix helps to support. Might actually delay that bomb plant just a tad bit further. As Topper now actually to get a bit of Artfrost gets rid of Liam.
Another advantage seemingly out of nowhere here for the likes of Team Spirit, but MSN does fight back. Chopper falls, and that does make life a little bit more difficult for the likes of Aaron, now left on his own as he, jiggles around in towards Connector. Gets tagged up by the scout of Artfrost, now on just 5 HP. Yes, his opposition are both low, but the main problem here is he doesn't have the bomb. There's 40 seconds remaining, and they've got a pretty decent crossfire starting to be set up. I say a crossfire, Artfrost is checking CT first, but Zontix, no holds barred, just swings out wide, bags a frag, picks up an AK, and the round for Team Spirit. This is already starting pretty rough for RUBIK. I need them to find their footing soon.
Yeah, keep in mind, RUBIK, of course, on the back of the initial bomb plant, were able to invest into this one. And right now, it is all empty bank. The majority up on bare pistols, just going to be making a very quick run for it. Well, maybe not as quick, at least delayed by the initial incendiary. Throw in a close nade, alongside a smoke for a Connector. A Chopper who still has a pistol even get the kill. It's like, yeah, you know, I'm going to be playing on hard mode, and it doesn't really seem to matter at all. Zontix, Artfrost, they clean it all up as they get that third one.
Default pistol as well. Just absolutely farming. You know what, Chopper? Whatever works for you, my friend. As clearly that round does work pretty nicely. 3-0. RUBIK still left behind in the dust. Another important opening gun round here. Can we see RUBIK find some bite, find some life in themselves? Excuse the voice cracks there. The Team Spirit in the meantime. They've got Chopper on an MP9, which is not an unusual sight. Yeah, Artfrost on that AWP looks to be the difference maker, at least in the early round towards mid. Until that smoke seals his position.
Cross spotted, but it's actually Liam that does win that battle, but an immediate trade. Zontix does move back towards B. Definitely make sure that that's not going to be a gap to be exploited. And RUBIK take it slower again. They do still have MSN. They have a player up and on the pass, so maybe want to consider B. Oh, and this can be so... Oh, I want to say so good, but not if they make noise. But on the flip side, MSN now spots Zontix. And the plan has perhaps failed. They will molly out Magisk here. Yes, okay. Smoke comes on through. But what's the approach going to be? Oh, it's kill after kill, and Team Spirit is crumbling.
Yeah, that was a wild headshot from MSN to start proceedings here. Frost now left in a 1-on-4, and it's not going to happen. He just needs to pray he can hold on to that AWP, because the likeliness of him being able to fully reinvest with his armor and kit is next to none. As RUBIK now bomb down, comfortably planted, good post plant, and MSN is even doing a little bit of investigation work. Can Artfrost cling on to both his orb and his perfect scoreline? We'll have to wait and see. As RUBIK finally bounced back in the opening gun round, and that is exactly what they needed to ensure they didn't get in over their heads. MSN continues to creep forward, spots Artfrost, and that is going to complicate things here for the sniper, but he will adjust in the nick of time, and MSN is sent back in, just like Microsoft News.
Very important round right now, of course. We have seen here and there RUBIK pick up a couple of rounds, but the majority of them being in isolation and them struggling to build up momentum, so it's a time for them to prove themselves. And of course, over for Team Spirit, not that much money left in the bank, so if they're going to be taking another loss here, which very well could be, Donk is the first one once again to go down. Zontix will trade. Oh, Chopper helps to support. This is exactly what you want to see. Now they just need to be careful, maybe not to overextend. They just want to grab all these kills down on top mid. Please do a good work with trying to force them out of position using their incendiaries, and so far it works well. Coolio now the only one standing.
Yeah, this round has not gone as well for the likes of RUBIK. I think that much is evidently clear. Coolio is at least able to deal with Chopper, who has been very swing happy this map already. Yeah, his position is known, the bomb is dropped, Magix is also on the flank. They call him a lurker for a reason, because he lurks in the shadows and capitalizes onto the final kill of the round. Even picking up an AK is a sweet, sweet bonus. And Team Spirit now lead 4-1. RUBIK back to the drawing board, a mishmash economy to say the least. Okay, it's going to be the Force by Villas. They put all of their eggs into this one basket.
I mean, understandably so. Once again, limited amount of rounds, of course, to work with MR12 coming into full effect. So, yeah, sometimes you gotta take the risk. You can't have a similar halftime scoreline like a 9-3, what we saw over on Nuke. But that's spicy, mate. Zontix almost cleaning up MSN, and will then be his teammate to follow him up. Major's doing a very wonderful job. Already 2 foul. At least a trade upon Artfrost. How much more can RUBIK do? They're sort of stuck in apps, try to exit. There's not that much util they can use in order to support themselves, and Donk gets away with murder once again. That's 1 kill, and Majors just lands himself a 3rd frag.
Murdering might be his job, but he is deviously good at it, as Magix is interimly put on down. Coolio tries to escape in towards the apartment. Zontix is not going to allow that to happen. Spirit have just found themselves 5 rounds on the CT side. Now, Mirage is one of the more 50-50 maps in this pool. Team Spirit are ensuring it looks nothing like it. Now, because of that force buy in the previous round for RUBIK, they're going to have to invest into nothing more than pistols here. It just gets more and more harrowing for them. They beat the core of this Spirit roster last time they met in in any level of ESEA. It was back in Advance. This is, of course, Challenger. And Frost has grown a lot as a player along with the other two compatriots of his. Aaron is just decimated early on. And Aaron has really not found all that much impact outside of the opening pistol.
Off to a good start here already. Your important job is to try and make it as clean as you can. Flea does take a very cheeky kill on from Don. But Cameo now last one standing has been spotted as well. And there we go. Should not be alive for too much longer. Quite uncanny though, because Don just keeps dying surprisingly almost every round. 7 deaths. Not quite used to seeing that out of him. But, you know, he wants to go in aggressive. And, you know, as long as Team Spirit is just playing as a team, there's not that much to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, Team Spirit have been playing off each other pretty well, even if some of the plays have been a little bit individualistic, you know, the spray downs, the multi-kills. But that's what you come to expect from a team like this when the fraggers are so flashy and, well, I mean, RUBIK on the flip side, I would argue they have a perfectly capable roster, a very impressive core. It's just, this is their first official in around a month. They're definitely out of practice, and also this is CS2, not CSGO.
Oh!
And Frost is all blazers go. All engines firing off. He just peeks in, and I don't know how he's able to be 8-in-1 right now. It's ridiculous. Chopper finding more of the scope weapons, landing impeccable kills. MSN does his best, but swiftly dispatched off. This is a beautiful performance from Team Spirit. And Frost is probably the highest rated AWPer to touch CS2 so far.
Pretty insane if you ask me. But the support as well here, once again, from his teammates was so good. The nade in the connector jungle smoke was so good. So Frost and Co, they could just change position, peek wide, because the smoke faded away for just a second. This is what we talked about on Nuke already. You know, you could use nades to disrupt the smoke wall, crossing to Secret, and here you could do so, for example, with an AXecute. Oh, and they just continue with the disrespect. Donk just walks up middle, la-di-da-di-da, and yeah, when you least expect it, he just strikes.
Yeah, Donk is painting the town red. He's covering this poor old sleepy Moroccan town in blood. As apparently he is the devil. You could make a Doja Cat reference there, but Veronique, I'm gonna exercise restraint.
And once again, scoreline is looking quite dire here for RUBIK. But round is not over just yet. They still have a couple of flashes. They're going to be using them to try and exit on towards this beef side, but Magus does take some cover. And well, everyone is chiming in. Everyone's got to kill each. Dong now finds a follow-up, and it's just Julio down to 2 HP. Gets finished with the pistol. It's just disgusting. It's rough, and there's like no foot within the door for RUBIK. It's just painful.
Yeah, this has been a staggeringly fast day at the office so far. I don't know what else to say. Apologies for cutting out for a moment there. I don't know if I got the Doja Cat joke out. But
You did.
I did. I do at least have Donk. I don't know if that was a potential name or not. It looked like it was meant to be for Underpass, but Chopper doesn't really care. He sends him a 6 feet Hunter, and Dontix and Donk are just, they're just mowing things up. It's as easy as mowing the lawn, mowing down corpses of RUBIK as Coolio's stuck top mid with a Tech 9. It is not the weapon for the job. It is not prime real estate here. It's a 1v4. He's just been butchered. Yeah, Spirit might be able to hit double digits in the first half here, Veronique, and I don't know what else to say for RUBIK at this stage.
No, this is looking like perhaps an even more dire scoreline than what we saw over towards Nuke, which is not really what I was expecting. Last time around it was a 69, and this is for sure not looking like that at all. Of course, 69 with CSGO was not CS2. And I do wonder if maybe that is adding additional pressure on a lot of these rounds for RUBIK.
I mean, additional pressure already applied. Util damage done again to Camion, who cannot seem to catch a break. Now, Chopper is tickled on his jump across, as MSN does a lot more than that to Donk, but Magic's position is completely overlooked. Again, living up quite nicely to his lurk roll. Chopper able to mitigate the damage, but Camion does trade straight on back. That is a 3 versus 2 and a man advantage for RUBIK. The first one we've seen in a damn long time. Chopper peeks wide. Camion needs an even wider gap in return. Artfrost, how that shot connects, I do not know. But Fleab, thankfully, there for the trade. And with that, it is 2 rounds on the board for RUBIK. They double their round count in number 11.
Yeah, but still, at most, it's going to be a 9-3 if RUBIK do convert here. And it's still going to be an uphill battle. Spirit, plenty of money left in the bank. And this is what happens, the amount of conversions that they were able to get. The momentum. And Spirit must be feeling great. This is looking like a victory right here. Of course, not before it's actually done. Yeah, it's just really tight right now. Dunk already striking with the first kill up on MSN. And with that, he's not looking to stop. He's just going to continue exploring into underpass. And at least his teammates now to it. As RUBIK slowly but surely maybe want to grab some space over here in Palace. Bomb now also making its way there towards Ram. With the player at disadvantage. Yeah, pretty much no choice to group up. Oh! Maybe exiting by yourself is not quite the way to go, Chopper. Sure, he will be naded, but there's so much cavalry that has already arrived.
Yeah, we're looking at a crusade over here. As Team Spirit lock down the bomb site, RUBIK just don't really know what to do with themselves at the moment. They've got the mid lurk in Aaron, and Aaron is an unknown entity right now. Zontix loves a flashbang on through 11-4, by the way. Chopper the IGL 12-6. We'll talk about stats again in a moment, though. Aaron looking to bump up his own a bit. As Util starts flying over towards the A bomb site, he does take full connect to control. This might actually catch our youngster Donk off guard. But Chopper has already found a frag onto Aaron. Is forced into Coolio with the Molotov. But speaking of Molotovs, Coolio pulls his out at the worst possible moment. And Fleab is left in a 1 versus 4.
Yeah, this is the impossible task. Only 15 seconds left. And a white swing from Zontix will have to be it. It's 10-2. A very uphill battle for RUBIK. But can they do it? Find out after this.
Don't speak for a girl.
Double digits has already been secured here for Team Spirit. 3 more to find, and they close out this best of 3. And RUBIK, though, they're kicking things off with immediate power. 4 kills, make it 5. And they are not done with this one yet.
Damn, okay, 2 things. They finally won a pistol round. They won the round flawlessly. That was madness, and Team Spirit, I don't think, can quite believe it themselves. They've been dominant throughout not just this map, but the entire series. As RUBIK have at the very least equalised the scoreline they were able to pitch up on at the end of Nuke. Now, the heavy weaponry brought on out for the side of RUBIK. Spirit on the flip side weren't even able to get onto the bomb site, let alone try and plant the C4. They do bring a Deagle in on the back of Donk here, but otherwise it is a full eco, and that's exactly what's to be expected. MSN, oh my good lord, just brutalised, decimated, cranium cracked straight off by Donk. And that's quite the way to begin. Julio, though, farms up 2 in the meantime and takes us back down to reality.
Holding out for a push. It's a very interesting play, but it might pay off. Julio. Oh, no, they missed the timing. They missed the timing here on Camion as well. Oh, that is rough. Okay, at least the trade is there. And there we go. Fleer will deal with Dong. So, in the end of the day, it is still Zontix by himself. 1v3, and the bomb continues to be up in Palace. I mean, he could either go for just a save or try to make it a bit more dicey for the CTs here. Because there's going to be money next round anyways.
I think he's doing a Daft Punk. He's going around the world. Edging his way through CT, anticipating a RUBIK swing here, but RUBIK are playing this one very, very passive. Don't want to be giving up any of their guns here. They don't have all that much cash in their back pockets at the moment. As Zontix continues to slip his way round. Zontix will not be presented with an immediate challenge, but Fliev does give it a look in. 15 seconds remaining though. Zontix just call this one quits. Either die immediately or save. And he chooses the second of 2 options, but isn't completely out of a danger zone. Could still be swung upon here. And Aaron looks like he might have done for a second, but no. The A1S is saved on over, and RUBIK will win the round. They find 4 at the very least.
Yeah, an important scoreline to be getting. This is sort of your wiggle room right now. But of course, Team Spirit only 3 away from taking the series. So time will continue to tick for RUBIK, but at least there's a bit of a lifeline.
Yeah, but they're going to need so much lifeline. We may as well be playing Apex Legends here. There's no Doc the Robot right now. Okay, that is an incredibly effective frag grenade. I don't know who was meant to come out on top of that, but it ends up being even. Kilter as Spirit now burst onto this A bomb site. And that's quite a big problem for the side of RUBIK, and Coolio doesn't spot Donk's feet either. Does he? He doesn't spot the head there. Okay, thankfully Cameron's good for the trade. But Zontix has just found Camion straight back through the box.
Still a smoke up on CT. They try to dissolve it. Oh, and that's even so the opportunity for Mages. More heads get taken off, and that is 11. Right when Spirit have the full buy into their hands, they do not miss the opportunity whatsoever. And RUBIK, well, it's in it's a very dicey situation. RUBIK, I think, have no choice but to force. They need to get rounds on the board. It needs to happen now. But the money is far from being there. I think there's maybe 1 rifle, maybe 2. That's about it.
Yeah, this is not a particularly promising scenario for RUBIK to be waltzing headfirst into. Camion, the only rifle player, boosted up towards the back of the B apartments as Donk. A clean looking AK, clean looking KD. And then constantly into the action, an entry fragger and a start. Not quite looking as impressive as his compatriot in Zontix right now. 14 in 5. A very impressive scoreline to boast, as this is a very impressive Molotov. The Donk is potentially lining up, but it's not going to land on the balcony. No, until a light lands exactly on the balcony, and Camion goes down to just utility. That is expertly played, and up cross now makes life even more difficult. Donk chimes on in. The B bomb site crumbles in front of our very eyes, and Coolio. It's a 1v4 with a 5-7. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. The thing is, you have armor. I kind of want to say try to go and steal a weapon away, but then again, it's super risky. There's not really going to be anything for the next round to work with. And it's looking like a very dire scenario for RUBIK right now. Of course, it's only week 1 of the ESL Challenger League, so it's not like anything massive is decided for this game. It would have been nice for it to be at least a bit of a closer affair.
I mean, yeah, the biggest decider right now is round difference if we do come down to a tie scenario. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is a round-robin group of 6 teams, so everybody's going to play everybody over the course of the next 5 sets of matches. And, well, Spirit are just playing lights-out CS right here. We could be staring down the barrel of a 13-4 off the back of a 13-3. RUBIK really not prepped for this kind of matchup, this level of opposition. Team Spirit is a team hungry to show themselves not just in Challenger, but on lands in Tier 1. Coolio, though, does at least shut me up for a moment, shuts down Donk. We find ourselves a 4v4. Desperate times call for desperate measures here for RUBIK. Okay, Chopper missing an easier kill there towards the stairs player. Gives MSN a new lease on life. 3 times the round count still for Spirit. 8 opportunities to close. RUBIK, that pressure is no doubt continually mounting on top of their shoulders. 2 Deegs, a shotgun, and a saved over AK is all they'll have against a full buy with a plethora of remaining util. Fearless, my confidence waned after map 1, but even more so now.
I mean, if Spirit are going for this A-bomb site, at least the CTs chose the right one. Smokes are lined up. Not that much to deal with CT just yet, so Coolio on his AK can still stand tall, but for how much longer? Problem maybe being 20 seconds left, at least on 6 does get the opening. Oh, and Coolio can't do anything up on the rival, leaving it just now to Camion Aaron on 2 HP. But he will be taken out as well. Yes, 10 seconds. Camion needs to pull a massive clutch out of the bag, but it's not coming through. Team Spirit with a 13-4 victory here on Mirage. Take home this best of 3.
Damn, when does map 2 start, Vilas? Because we are done in what has got to be one of the fastest series we've had so far.